Well, hey everyone, Eric here, and I am super excited to show you guys today something I got from Amazon.com. Wish they were paying me to say that. So we're gonna go ahead and see what we have inside this little box. Oh. Ta-da! We have the new Dungeons & Dragons starter set from D&D Next. As you know, on our channel, we're playing 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons following my personal opinion. If you don't have Thaco, you're not playing Dungeons & Dragons. But this new one has a lot of cool new stuff, and so I wanted to at least check it out. So we may be actually playing this on the channel pretty shortly. But we're going to go ahead and take a look inside this and see what we got. Alright here, so let's get into it. We'll start with just kind of taking a look at the back. Looks like I get some dice. Back, yes, game components. We get a 64-page adventure book with everything the Dungeon Master needs to get started. A 32-page rulebook for playing characters 1 through 5. 5 pre-generated characters, each with a sheet and supporting reference material. And 6 game dice. In addition to this, Wizards of the Coast has also released a getting started kind of player's handbook, which is in a PDF format. I'll go ahead and link that in the description for character creation. I know the stuff in here is pre-created, and I think there's a kind of a pre-go adventure that you have in this, but it gets you going kind of on the rule set. So if you guys want to see the back, give you an idea there. Let's take a look inside. Of course, for the Roll20 player, the dice are just a tease because you don't actually get to use them. So as you could just roll dice on camera, but that would suck and take forever. Most of my players would cheat. Adam, looking in your general direction. So we got this sucker open here. Let's take a look inside. Smell that new game. Alright, so inside we're going to start with some dice. They're kind of blue-purpley, you can see. I could be wrong about that. I am colorblind. Give the D20 a quick roll. Roll the 20. It's a player killer. We'll probably use it. Alright, let's see what's next. So next up, we have the starter set rulebook. 32 pages. I got 5 chapters here. We got how to play, combat, adventuring, spellcasting, and appendices. Actually, just an appendix. There's just one of them. So, things like the dice, saving throws, different kind of checks, order of combat. Interesting to kind of see the initiative system. Initiative determines the order of returns, blah, blah, blah. Every participant makes a dexterity check. 1 roll for a group of identical characters. Interesting. Well, cool. I'll give you guys some reactions and thoughts to this in a minute. We'll kind of keep going through it. Obviously not a full player's handbook. It's kind of a teaser. Wizards thought, hey, make $12 on some people. So they got me. So we have The Lost Mind of Phandelver, which actually is a pretty big adventure. I am not unimpressed by the size of it, and maps seem pretty high quality. You guys are used to me playing 1st edition TSR from 1980, so they're really high quality compared to that. Stuff with an owl bear, Wave Echo Cave. Alright. So we've got an adventure. Then it looks like we have some characters with character sheets. So this here is designed for a particular, like, to get you started, so you're not even rolling characters, you're just giving characters to players. It's very, very simple, kind of getting started. Especially, and I can't speak for third or fourth edition because I hated them. But some of this kind of feels like basic Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm sure the full player's handbook has things a lot more complicated than this. If you kind of take a look, you can see that just kind of some basic modifiers for ability scores. Lets you name the character. That's kind of nice. They're not pre-named. We've got a fighter, wizard, high elf wizard, a lightfoot halfling rogue, true neutral, which is weird, cleric, one, and another fighter. It's pretty cool. Then we have a advertisement for D&D encounters. Build a character and play at a store near you. What else do we have in here? I think we have filler. Oh yeah, check this out. Can't make the box too skinny, so put in some filler. Pretty sweet. So I'm pretty excited for the new Dungeons and Dragons. There's stuff. I love second edition. I'll probably keep playing it for a long time, but sometimes it's fun to play a little bit of a different game. And again, we'll have to determine with a little bit of play if it really feels like Dungeons and Dragons, because I know for me, especially fourth edition, really did not. So we'll give it a play and we'll see what we think. I'll come back in just a minute. I'm going to read through some of this and we'll talk about it. Well, had some time to take a quick look inside, and definitely some cool stuff. The combat system, at least in its basic form, seems to make a lot of sense. I feel like initiative's a little more complicated than it needs to be. I do like, I've been thinking about implementing that when your initiative's up, you move, you attack at the same time. I don't know if there's any rules for weapon speed, and I didn't see anything to that effect. An initiative is just determined by initiative order, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so basically, instead of saying, hey, you move and you attack, the idea is that you move and you take an action. So it lists a number of different actions you can take, as well as moving. You can move and you can attack. You can move and dash. You can move and hide. You can move and search, all in the context of a combat round. I'm not sure, with there being no weapon speed, what really some of the advantages are to the smaller weapons. Because that was always a perk to a small weapon, was that, hey, not as big of a deal. I do see that there's weapon properties, like heavy, light. Like light apparently is better for fighting with two weapons. Heavy gives a real disadvantage if you're a small creature, such as a halfling or other things. But without any weapon speed, it's already tempting to min-max for damage anyway. But without any modification for the heavy weapons for a human, it's hard to see why you would take a short sword over a two-handed sword, unless you want a shield. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed by what you get in the basics here. It is just basics. Again, if you're looking to create a character, you want to check out the link in the description to get yourself an actual, like, hey, I can roll up some characters. All that information's there. This definitely gives you a little bit of a supplement to that. Because just that guide alone, you really don't have anything monster-wise. If you already have the PDF, the starter kit's a great add-on, so you can actually play some D&D Next. And again, looking through the Lost Mine of Phandelver, we have definitely some great stuff there. Some great adventures. It looks like really well put together, and it's all very well explained. Say hi to my German Shepherd. It's all very well explained. If you're just starting from scratch, this is a great resource. It's going to get you started really great. So we'll see you guys as we continue to play through the Curse of Xanathon. And shortly, I think we're going to be taking a group through the Lost Mine of Phandelver. So we'll see you then. Have a good one. Adios. Bye-bye.